Hey everyone, it's Alan at Cobblers Plus, and we've got a video here that's kind of a simpler job here. We're going to be adding to these whites boots. Now, I don't know which model these are because they got waxed up heavily and everything, but maybe you might know these are a soft toe. But we are going to be adding this Vibram lug sole here to the bottom of these Christy soles. Simple job, but a lot of people seem to forget that they may love the Christy sole and how it feels and everything, especially with that lower wedge sole, but they really want some extra traction or grip. You could always add a Vibram Flat Style sole, even if it's this one here or other models like the Sierra, for example, is a popular one. This one's going to be perfect because this one only comes in a black, so it's really going to be nice to see how it looks and everything between that lighter colored sole and the black one. We're just going to run through the whole process, and you can just join us and check it out, and then we'll cover a little bit more at the end of the video, so check it out. So thank you for joining us. Now at this point I'm going to be trying to attempt to do a voiceover. Let me know how it works. Hopefully everyone likes it, but going to test out the sound quality and just comment down below what you think of it. So right now we're going to go ahead and sand out the bottom tread of this Vibram Christy Sole. We do have to take off as much as we can off of there as far as just that tread, and we do want to make sure we still keep that wedge and not completely make this a flat sole. Sanding is extremely important because we have to make sure that it roughs up that sole so that the adhesive has something to hold on to a lot better. Otherwise, a smooth surface, it won't stick to very well and just peels off far too easily. Now we put the boot onto our jack stand, and that right there is what's called a last. It's a steel last that holds the boot on so we can hammer it very thoroughly, but in this case we're just applying some glue. It just makes it a little more easier when you have one extra free hand to be able to apply the adhesive. Now at this point I have to make sure I clean off the sole because of all the oils that are on the hands and anything else that may have come in contact too. So this is the actual sole that we're putting on, and we've got to clean it up before we can get the adhesive on. Next, obviously, we're going to get the adhesive on. We only need one coat on this because this is a solid rubber, so we don't need to prime it or anything. This rubber adhesive or rubber sole takes this contact cement very well as well. Now hopefully all of you like the voiceover. There might be a little bit of noise in the background because I am doing this at the shop while I'm trying to do some work, while other people are working too. It's a little bit quieter at the shop here today, so thought I'd give it a shot and hopefully it works out. Definitely give a thumbs up and a like if you liked it, especially because it's my first time and my computer is a little bit slow when it comes to some of this, so hopefully everything goes well. Time to heat up that sole, get it in the oven. And a lot of people actually ask me what temperature I need to get it up to. It's honestly all about the feel. So, but at this point we're gonna try to get that sole lined up and everything because it is a little bit of a wider boot and everything. Get it nicely lined up and hammered out as well, just to get it partially adhered because it's about to go onto the press next. So now we're gonna go ahead and press out this sole. These are sponge blocks underneath the boot, and those are basically sectional lasts that we are having go inside the boot, so it presses out certain sections like the heel, the center, the ball of foot, and the toe area at a time. And we just let it sit there for just a little bit, especially because this is a contact cement. We don't need too much time on it. The main thing is just being patient with it curing and cooling down afterwards. Now we're going to cut off some of that extra material all around using our 5-in-1. There's also machines called 1-in-1, 3-in-1, but this one's called a 5-in-1. It's designed to cut and skive material and press it and do a number of things as well. So it's kind of a multi-tool, hand-cranked machine that's mounted to the table, and without it, there's a lot of things that would be much more challenging to do if we didn't have this 5-in-1, and we've got a couple of them, luckily. And now after it's cooled off and cured for a good while, now we're going to go ahead and sand it out. Sanding is multiple stages. We start out with a rougher sandpaper at 24 grit down to 100 grit, and then we finish off with what's called a numkeg sander. It kind of does all the little corners and touch-ups and kind of finishing work. I didn't show all those other types of sanding methods, just showing the 100 grit sanding belt that we're using here to kind of help smooth out a lot of the edges, but a lot of my other videos I definitely show all the different types of sanding that we end up doing, so you can definitely check those out after this video. But you're going to want to stay tuned until the very end for a special, especially if you want this kind of work done to your boots. So at this point, we're just finishing off the edges around where we sanded the welt just ever so slightly. We're going to seal it back up with some Moo Buzz, which is emulsified beeswax, and neatsfoot oil. It gives it that nice finish and protects that leather. So like I mentioned, if you stay till the end, I'm going to go ahead and do a special for 1 week after this video is posted. We're going to do 10% off of these Vibram full sole options to be done. So if you want to get that taken care of on any of your boots added on, type in code, we'll do flat sole or just flat at the end of checkout. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, notification bell icon to be notified on other videos when they're out, and make sure you're subscribed, otherwise you won't know what's coming out next. We'll see you next time.